For natural number x, y and z, if xy plus yz is 19, yz plus xz is 51, then the minimum possible value of xyz. Now these are questions जिसको लोग normally कहते हैं algebra है. This is not algebra. This is numbers. This is factors. Okay. So just because xyz लिखा है does not make it algebra is the first thing you need to remember. Secondly, there's something which is very, very interesting or very, very intriguing about the question, something which is making it very attractive is this number 19. क्यों? अगर मैं फैक्टर लेता हूं, there's only one pair of factor possible, 1 and 19. हाँ, 59 उनके ज्यादा हो सकते हैं. 51 could be 1 into 51, 3 into 17, so there are two pairs. But ये तो prime number है ना, so in a numbers question, if you have a prime number in front of you, life becomes easier because you have only one factor to worry about. Okay, तो चलो इसको solve करके देखते हैं क्या करना है. Okay, let's look at the first equation. xy plus yz equal to 19. इसमें I can take y common. I can say y into x plus z is equal to either 1 into 19 or 19 into 1. दो ही चीजें हो सकती हैं ना, because that means either this is 1 or this is 19. It can be only one of these two things. So that's the first thing we need to remember, that इसमें हमको effectively we'll have to find factors and we'll need to find the values of these numbers. Okay, so दो ही cases हो सकते हैं and we'll look at both of them as we go along. Okay, so चलो I'll write down neatly again. Y common, x plus z is equal to 19. Okay, and what is the second equation? इसमें I can take z common. Okay, z into x plus y again. Okay, y x plus y लिख लेते हैं. Okay, z into y plus x is equal to 51. Okay, and हमें क्या चाहिए है? We want the minimum value of xyz. Minimum value of xyz is what we are looking for. तो शुरू करते हैं करके start making the cases. If y is 1, these two will be 19, and if y is 19, the x plus z will be 1. But क्या x plus z 1 हो सकता है? नहीं, because these are natural numbers y and z. Okay, so a natural number का मतलब if y plus z is 1, x plus z equal to 1 है, इसका मतलब it will have to be 0 1 or 1 0, but 0 is not a natural number, so this case goes away completely. मेरा ये मतलब था कहने का, if you have a pair, if you have a prime number, your calculation or your task becomes easier. अब ये clear हो गया, y is 1 and x is going to be, x plus z is going to be 19, तो पहले y को तो 1 डाल देते हैं and x plus z को 19 रखना है. Okay, तो चलो देखते हैं what are the possibilities. Again 1 into 51, then 51 into 1, then 3 into 17, then 17 into 3. चार cases है ना. Now y plus z तो 1 नहीं हो सकता ना. Y plus z cannot be 1, so this case goes away completely. Okay, now let's look at the other three cases. If z is 1, x will be 50. Because 50 plus 1 is 51. Again, if z is 3, y is 1, so z will become 16. 16 plus 1, 17. And if this is 17, y is 1, x will be 2. क्या निकालना हमको? We need minimum value of x, y, z. Check कर लेते हैं ना, what is x, y, z going to be? Okay, what is x, y, z going to be? 50 into 1 into 1, 50. 16 into 3, 48. ये तो गलत हो गया. 17 into 2, 34. ये भी गलत हो गया. This is the answer. So the minimum value is going to be 34. So these are questions जिसमें कुछ नहीं करना होता. You start writing down the cases and get the answer. This is something which many students don't want to do. And गलती यही करते हैं, अगर आप लिखना शुरू करोगे, cases बनाओगे, many students I find are afraid of making. Don't. लिखो ना, कितना time लगा? You will still get the answer within 2.5 minutes. So make cases, get the answer, move on to the next question. The minimum value of this expression for x less than 3 is which of the following? Okay. Now this kind of question can be done in two different ways. One is by substituting values. One is by trying to simplify the equation. हम पहले simplify करने की कोशिश करते हैं equation को. Okay. Now let's look at this expression numerator में. In the numerator we have x square minus 6x plus 10, and denominator we have 3 minus x. Okay. Denominator we have 3 minus x. Okay. What do I want? न्यूमरेटर में कहीं पे मुझे if I can get x minus 3 or 3 minus x, I can to that extent reduce my calculation. That is what I would be looking for doing. Okay. Now if I look at a plus b whole square, what is this equal to? a square plus b square plus 2ab. And if it is a minus b whole square, I'm sure everyone knows a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay. So what I am trying to do, I want to write the numerator, खाली numerator की बात कर रहा हूँ, in the form of a plus b या a minus b whole square or plus minus some remainder. Okay. And ideally I would want this to be x minus 3 or x plus 3. तो देखते हैं हो सकता है कि नहीं. Okay. So that is what we will try to see first of all. Okay. Now, if I say 2ab is equal to minus 6x, 2ab is equal to minus 6x. Okay. यही दिख रहा है ना? That means a into b is equal to minus 3x. Okay. a is equal to x. Because a is equal to x, x square आ रहा है ना? If a is equal to x, what will b be equal to? That means b will be equal to minus 3. Okay. So what will we do? We will write it in the form of x minus 3 whole square. Okay. So numerator को क्या करेंगे? We will write it as x minus 3 whole square. क्या आता है? What is x minus 3 whole square? This is nothing but x square minus 6x plus 9. But our numerator is 10. So what should I write it as? Plus 1. Okay. Or in other words, I can say this expression x square minus 6x plus 10 upon 3 minus x. क्या लिख सकते हैं इसको हम? We can write it as x minus 3 whole square plus 1. ठीक है ना? So all that I've done is rewritten this in this form. And what was I looking for? Numerator में x minus 3 या x plus 3 आएगा तो मेरा काम थोड़ा सा आसान हो जाता है. Now let's look at this again. What is this equal to? X minus 3 whole square upon 3 minus x plus 1 upon 3 minus x. यही हो गया ना? This is what I have written out here. Okay. And again let's simplify it further. What does it become? X minus 3 into x minus 3 upon 3 minus x plus 1 upon 3 minus x. So can I write the denominator? Okay, can I write the denominator? एक मिनट इसको ठीक कर दे. या तो इसके डिनोमिनेटर को मैं क्या ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ? 3 minus x की जगह I will write it as minus of x minus 3. Okay, कट गया ये दोनों. So what does this become? This becomes minus of x minus 3 plus 1 upon 3 minus x. Okay. And again, so what does it finally become? It is nothing but 3 minus x plus 1 upon 3 minus x. Okay. This is what it becomes. Okay. Now I am sure every one of you will remember possibly that k plus 1 upon k will always be greater than or equal to 2. Is this not of the same form? That means this will always be greater than or equal to 2. Correct answer should be choice 1. Okay. So the approach here was to somehow get it in the form like this. Okay. And hence we worked in this way. And the starting point was I have to convert the numerator into some multiple or some power of the denominator. Okay. So that is the first way of doing it. दूसरा क्या है? कुछ नहीं है. Choices की value डालना शुरू कर दो ना. So let's look at this expression. X square minus 6x plus 10 upon 3 minus x. Okay. X is 0. What will you get? If x is 0, what do you get? 10 by 3. Okay. X is 0, 0 plus 0, 0 minus 0 plus 10 upon 3. Okay. Chalo. X equal to 1. What do we get? 10 plus 1, 11 minus 6 is 5 upon 2, 2.5. X equal to 2. Okay. X equal to 2. What do we get? 2 to the 4, 4 plus 10, 14. 14 upon 1. Sorry, 14 minus 12, sorry. 4 plus 10, 14. 14 minus 12, 2. 2. Okay. 3 पे नहीं जा सकते. We cannot go to 3. So what is this telling you? So far the lowest value is, as we are coming closer to 3, the value is becoming smaller and smaller. Okay. Now एक बात बताओ, 2 से बड़ा करेंगे. Supposing I make it 2.5, will the value become smaller or bigger? That's the question you should ask yourself. But let's verify and then I'll explain to you why. Okay. So if x is equal to 2.5, what does this become? 6.25. 25 square, 625. So 2.5 square minus 6 into 2.5, 15 plus 10 upon 0.5. What does this become? 10 plus 16, this becomes 1.25 upon 0.5, which is equal to 2.5. Yeah, okay. Value will increase. Why? Denominator decimal mein hoga, that means it is less than 1, that means the numerator will become bigger. So this is effectively telling me, 2 says, if I am improving the value of x, increasing the value of x, it is not going to be more than 2. Okay. Negative side pe aate hain to kya hoga? If x becomes -1, what happens? If x becomes -1, what will happen? This will also become positive. X अगर -1 है तो क्या होगा? If x equal to -1, this will become 1 plus 6 plus 10 upon 3 minus 1, 4. 16 plus 1, 17 by 4, which is 4.25. It is increasing. So as x becomes bigger, this will also keep becoming bigger and bigger. If x becomes -3, -5, bigger in magnitude, this will become bigger. So my answer has to be only 2. Okay. Now this obviously means you need to practice this method of substitution, and you also need to look at the direction of movement. Otherwise, you will get confused. Average of 3 integers is 13. When a natural number n is included, the average of these 4 integers remains an odd integer. What is the minimum possible value of n? Okay. Very, very easy question. And you have choices in front of you also. Make the equation, substitute the choices, check the answer. So if average of 3 integers is n, that means the sum of these 3 integers, the average of 3 integers is 13. So sum of 3 integers will be 3 into 13, which is equal to 39. What does it say? A natural number n is included. Agar n include kiya to sum will become 39 plus n. Okay. The average of these 4 integers remains an odd integer. So divided by 4 should be an odd integer. डाल के check कर लो ना. We want the smallest or the minimum possible. Check for the minimum value. If n is equal to 1, what does it become? N is equal to 1, 40 by 4, 10. This is not an odd integer. So this is wrong. We want an odd integer to be the answer. Okay. N equal to 3. 39 plus 2, 42 by 4. Not the answer because this will be a decimal. Okay. 4. 43 by 4. Again, this will be a decimal. Wrong answer. 39 plus 5, 44 by 4. 11 has to be the correct answer. Okay. So simple question. But हमने बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर दिया. इतना नहीं करना था हमको. We have wasted a lot of time. Straight away we could have gone to say 39 plus n by 4 करना है. Okay. So n can be 1 or next will be 5. मैंने बेकार में 3 और 4 को चेक किया. So if I put n equal to 1, this implies 40 by 4 equal to 10. So for the next value of n, for this to be an integer, n, what should n be? N should be multiple of 4 plus 1. So n अगर 1 है तो मेरे को अगला क्या चेक करना है? 5. 5 का मतलब क्या हो गया? 44 by 4, which will be 11. That is the answer. So actually the moment you checked 1 गलत हुआ. The next should be my answer has to be 1 plus 4 equal to 5. इतना ही काम करना था. जो बेकार में बाकी काम किया ना, वो avoid करना चाहिए because that is nothing but a waste of time. Average weight of stones in a class increases by 600 grams when some new stones join the class. If the average weight of new stones is 3 kg more than the average weight of the original stones, then the ratio of number of original stones to the number of new stones is what? Okay. Allegation लगा सकते हैं. Yes, let's apply allegation. Okay. So if I assume the original weight of the stones is x, okay, the average weight of the stones originally is x. Okay. The average weight of the new stones is 3 kg more than the average weight. So इसको x plus 3 ले लिया. What does this become? The average weight of the class increases by 600 grams. So x plus 0.6. Okay. You can find the ratio. Okay. बिल्कुल सही है लेकिन गलत तरीका है। गलत क्यों? फ्रॉम अ कैलकुलेशन पर्सपेक्टिव। यार x क्यों लिया? Why did you take x? Why could you not say I will take it to be 0? Which means I could say let the original weight of the class be 0 kgs. The weight of the new students who are joining the class becomes 3 kgs. Okay. Average becomes 0.6 because x तो 0 लिया है मैंने. Okay. That means what does this become? 0.6 is to 2.4. What is this? 4 is to 1. So answer should be this one. Okay, allegation करो लेकिन कहीं पे लिखा नहीं है कि x that the original weight has to be some finite number. Zero मेरे को चलता है. My job is to, and if you do this calculation, you'll still get the same answer. I'm not saying you'll not get the same answer, but my point is, if I've taken x equal to 0, I have obviously made my life a little simpler. Okay, this is one way of doing it. और क्या तरीका है? दूसरा तरीका भी देख लेते हैं सवाल के लिए. Okay, when you're looking at the second question, ask yourself, the average weight has gone up by 0.6 kg. Okay? Okay? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Average weight has gone up by 0.6 kg. The increase in weight is 3 kg. Okay? So deviation जो है, what is the deviation? Average weight of the new stones is 3 kg more. So इनका average weight x है, तो इनका x plus 3 है, so the deviation from the original is 3 kgs. Okay. Now this extra 3 kg, between how many stones will it be distributed? It will be distributed between 3 upon 0.6, which is equal to 5 stones. Okay. So this extra 3 kg has to be distributed between 5 stones. Okay. Now if it has to be distributed between 5 stones, that means the sum of the number of stones should be 5. One of them has to be the answer. Okay. And which one should be more, the new stones or the old stones? The old number of old has to be greater than the number of new stones, because the average weight is closer to the original weight rather than the new weight. Okay. So which is why the answer then should be 4 is to 1. And you can use any of the two methods based on your comfort. 5 stones, including Amit, appear for an examination in which possible marks are integers between 0 and 50, both inclusive. Okay. Average marks for all these stones is 38. So average marks is 38. Okay. And exactly 3 stones got more than 32. If no 2 stones got the same marks and Amit got the least marks among the 5 stones, then the difference between the highest and lowest possible scores of Amit is what? So हमें क्या चाहिए? Amit का highest score and Amit का minimum score. The highest and the lowest score of Amit is that what we are looking for. And what does the data tell us? पहली चीज क्या कहता है? There are 5 stones. Okay, there are 5 stones. Okay, and 3 of them have got more than 32. Exactly 3 of them have got more than 32. Secondly, Amit is the lowest. Okay, 3 of them got more than 32. And all these stones get different marks. No 2 stones got the same marks. So each of them is distinct. Okay. Each of them is distinct. Amit got the lowest marks. Okay. Now पहली चीज, we need to find the highest and the lowest. Amit के लिए what is the lowest possible score? Amit के लिए what is the highest possible score? पहली चीज ये बताओ, what will be the highest possible score for Amit? बाकी तो छोड़ देते हैं. ठीक है. Now if there are 3 people who are more than 32. Shut up. Okay. So now if there are 3 people who are more than 32. Okay. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Amit is the lowest. The highest possible, that means I can make this 32 because there are 3 more than 32. So Amit can be 31. Can Amit be more than 31? No. Because if Amit is 31, Amit अगर 31 हो जाता है, then there are only 3 people more than 32. Okay, more than 32. Sorry, अगर Amit 32 हो जाता है, my mistake. Okay, if Amit is equal to 32, if this is Amit, that means उसके ऊपर तो खाली 3 ही जने हो सकते हैं, because there are only 3 people who are more than 32. So the highest possible score for Amit is 31. This is the easiest thing to look at. Okay. Do you need to check whether it is possible or not? Yes, if you want you can check, but I don't think it's required. So इसलिए मैंने नहीं किया. And actually paper में भी मैं नहीं करता. But check कर लेते हैं. If Amit is 31, there's one person as 32. These are 5 stones and the average marks for all 5 is 38. So what is the sum? Sum will be 5 into 38. 38 into 5 is 40 into 5 minus 2 into 5, so 190. So what is this? 63. What should be the marks for the sum of the marks of the other 3? 190 minus 60, 130, 127 होना चाहिए. 190 minus 63 is 127. Okay. So can we have a situation where all of them are more than this thing? Yeah, possible. For example, I can take this 50, I can take this 40, 90, 190, 37. And multiple cases are possible. Okay. So ये तो clear है कि अमित highest score is going to be 31. अब अमित का lowest देख लेते हैं. If I have to look at the lowest possible score of Amit, what will I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now exactly 3 people are higher than Amit, are higher than 32. So this is my 32 wala score. 3 उससे ऊपर and Amit obviously lower. Now if I want Amit to be the lowest possible, I want the other 4 to be the maximum possible. That means I will say isko 50 लो, take this as 49, take this as 48. And since the 4th person cannot be more than 32 because there are only 3 people more than 32, the 4th person is 32 and this is Amit. So what will this give me? This will give me the lowest possible score of Amit. Total क्या था हमारा? 38 into 5, 190. What is this? 48 plus 49 plus 50 क्या है? This is nothing but 49 into 3, which is 147. Plus 32 makes it 177, 179. So this is 179. What is the difference between them? 11. So the minimum score for Amit will be 11. So what should be my answer? 31 minus 11, 20. Okay. So this would be the correct way of doing it. And here the only thing which was important was to remember that this person is going to be 32. If you just are able to pick it up that this is 32, then this is not a question you should be worried about at all. If A and B are non-negative real numbers such that A plus 2B is equal to 6, then the average of maximum and minimum possible values of A plus B will be what? Okay. We want the maximum and minimum possible values of A plus B. Okay. So, what do we need to find इसके अंदर? पहली चीज ये देख लेते हैं. I want to find maximum value of A, okay, and the maximum and minimum possible. So A plus B, I want the maximum value, and I want A plus B the minimum values. Okay. Now when will I get the maximum value of A plus B? ये कब आएगा? When I get the maximum value of A and maximum value of B. And ये कब आएगा? जब I get the minimum value of A and the minimum value of B. So मुझे क्या करना है इसमें? मुझे कुछ नहीं करना. A और B की maximum value निकालनी है, A और B की minimum value निकालनी है. I just need to find the maximum and the minimum values of A and B. Okay? चलो अब सवाल पे आ जाते हैं. A plus 2B is equal to 6. If A has to be maximum, should B not be minimum? What is the minimum possible value of B? A and B are non-negative real numbers, so the minimum value of B will be 0. If B is 0, that means A will be equal to 6. What is this? This is maximum value of A and minimum value of B. Okay? उल्टा देख लेते हैं. What is the maximum value of B देखते हैं. For maximum value of B, minimum value of A has to be taken, which obviously is 0. Okay? Okay. So for maximum value of B, A has to be 0, which is the minimum possible value of B, which means B should be equal to 3. So I have got maximum value of A and minimum value of B. I have got minimum value of A and maximum value of B. So what do I need to find? What is the sum of maximum and minimum value of A? So maximum value of A plus B and minimum value of A plus B, इनका ही average निकालना ना हमें. So what is the maximum value of A plus B? 9. Minimum value of A plus B? 0. Sum is 9. What will be the average of the maximum value of the minimum value of A plus B? 4.5. Correct answer, choice. इस सवाल में ना लोग बेकार में सारी possible values of A B लिखने लगते हैं. No, not required. All you need to do is I want to find the maximum value of A and maximum value of B. But जब आपने maximum value of A या B निकाला आपको, you are getting the minimum value of the other one also. The average of a non-decreasing sequence of n numbers A1 to AN is 300. If A1 is replaced by 6A1, the new average becomes 400. Then the number of possible values of A1. How many different possible values of A1 are there? Okay. Now, पहली चीज, it is talking about non-decreasing sequence. That means if I have A1, A2, A3, A4, and so on and so forth, less than equal to, less than equal to, less than equal to. Okay. So A2 cannot be less than A1. A2 cannot be less than A1. A1 and A2 can be equal. All of these can be equal also, but a decreasing value will not happen. So A2 has to be either greater than or equal to A1. A3 has to be either greater than or equal to A2 and so on and so forth. So in general, what this is effectively saying, if you have AN, it has to be less than or equal to AN plus 1. Can AN be equal to AN plus 1? Yes, it is possible. Can AN be less than AN plus 1? Yes, it is possible. Can AN be greater than AN plus 1? No, as per the question, no. So this is what we need to understand when it says non-decreasing sequence. Okay, चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. Average of first n numbers is this. Okay, अगर average ये है, so what is A1? AN. What is this? 300 into n. Sum तो यही होगा ना? These are n terms, so the sum is going to be average into number of terms. What does it say? Now, if A1 is replaced by 6A1, A1 किया 6A1 कर देते हैं. Other terms remain the same. If other terms remain the same, that means what will the sum be? This will, the average becomes 400, so sum will become 400 into n. Okay. दिख गया ना क्या करना है? Subtract करना है ना? Because all these terms are the same. So if I subtract the second equation from the first equation, what do I get? 5A1. This should be equal to 400 minus 300, 100n. Or A1 is equal to 20n. So A1 is equal to 20n आ गया है हमारे पास. We want to find what are the number of possible values of A1. Okay. Okay. So we know that A1 is equal to 20n. n की वैल्यू डाल के देखते जाओ क्या होगा. If n is equal to 1, if n is equal to 1, A1 will come to 20, sorry. Okay. But what is my sum going to be? My sum has to be 300n. Sorry. My sum has to be 30n नहीं यार, गलत लिख दिया मैंने. Sum has to be 300n. So मेरा sum 300 आ सकता है क्या? नहीं आ सकता. That means this is a wrong case. If n is equal to 2, A1 will be equal to 40. My sum has to be 600. Yes. A2 will come. I can get A2 as 600 minus 40. A2 की value proportionately बढ़ा दूंगा. So this is a possible case. N equal to 3. A1 will be equal to 60. And similarly, the sum will be 1800. I can obviously get sum of three numbers to be 1800. पहले वाले केस में प्रॉब्लम यही थी, sum of one number cannot be 300 because that number is 20. But all other cases will be possible. What is the biggest possible value of n? Okay, लिखते हैं. If n is equal to 15, what does it become? A1 will be equal to 300. Okay, and sum has to be. What does this mean then? What this implies is A1 equal to A2 equal to A3 equal to A4 up to A15. All of them will be equal. That means all values from n to n equal to 2 to n equal to 15 will satisfy. Okay. I'm sure किसी के तुम में से कुछ के दिमाग में डाउट आएगा, but n16 क्यों नहीं हो सकता? बिल्कुल चेक कर लेते हैं. We'll check. If n is 16, what does that mean? A1 was 20 into n, so 320. So and we know the sum has to be 300 into 16. अब पहली चीज बताओ, अगर ये 320 is the first term, second term has to be greater than or equal to A1. Similarly this. So Can the sum ever become 300 into 16? No, because every term will be bigger than the previous term, or even if it is equal, the minimum क्या होगा इसका sum? इसका minimum sum will be 320 into 16. So अगर n जो है, अगर A1 has become more than the average, होगा क्या है? If I take n as greater than 15, this implies A1 is greater than 300. If A1 is greater than 300, this condition will not be satisfied. So what is my answer going to be? Possible values are n from 2 to 15. So my answer has to be 14. Okay, 14 is the answer. 2 से लेके 15 तक all values of n will satisfy. Manu earns ₹400 a month and wants to save an average of ₹550 per month in a year. In the first 9 months, his monthly expense was 3,500. And he foresees that 10th month onward, his expense will increase to ₹3,700. Expense will increase to ₹3,700. In order to meet his yearly savings target, his monthly earning in rupees from the 10th month onward should be what? Multiple ways of doing it. The simplest would be add करके check कर लो ना, which means Manu is earning 4,000 rupees per month. Okay, and he wants to save 550. So the saving required is 550 into 12, which is 6,600 rupees. There's a savings which is required. This is his earning. This is his saving which he wants to save. Okay. First 9 months his monthly expense was 500. Month 1 to 9, out of 500 his expense was equal to 3,500. So what is his saving? He's saving 500 rupees in 9 months. 4,500 rupees he saved, right? Okay. 10th month onwards, his monthly expense will increase to 3,700. So month 10 to 12, his expense will be 3,700. So what is his saving going to be? 4,000 में से 300 गए, 3,700 गए, you are left with 300 into 3, which is 900. So his saving is going to be 5,400. His target was 6,600. So what is the shortfall? 1,200 rupees. Okay. He's less by 12. In order to meet his yearly saving target, his monthly earnings in rupees from 10th month onwards should be how much? 10th month onwards यानी last 3 महीने कितनी salary बढ़ानी चाहिए? He needs to increase his salary by 1,200 in 3 months. That means monthly increase should be 400. If his original salary is 4,000 and the salary needs to increase by 400, his new salary 10th month onward should be 4,400. Simple question, कोई जुगाड़ कुछ नहीं है इसके अंदर. But इतना काम नहीं करना चाहिए था. ठीक है? To me, this was a lot of work that we had done. Okay? You could have straight away used the deviation method. Okay? Deviation से सीधा ही काम हो जाता. Okay? Now what does he want? He wants an average of 550 into 12. What is happening in the first 9 months? In the first 9 months, his saving is not 550 but 500. First 9 months, he is saving 500 rupees. That means कितना shortfall है? 50 रुपया. He has a shortfall of minus 50 into 9. So he has a shortfall of minus 450 in all. In the first 9 months, he is short by 450 rupees. Then the last 3 months, his salary will be 3,700. So he'll be saving only 300 rupees. Okay. So what is his shortfall in these 3 months? Instead of 550, he's saving only 300 rupees. So he's a shortfall of 250 rupees in 3 months, which is minus 750. So what is the total shortfall? 1,200 rupees. Total shortfall is 1,200 rupees. This shortfall of 1,200 rupees has to be covered up in 3 months. So his monthly shortfall for the last 3 months is 400. So he should increase his salary from 4,000 to 4,400 in the last 3 months. Okay, you could have done it this way. This is strictly speaking an oral question. इसमें इतना ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना चाहिए.